Hey guys, happy Friday. It's operations time over here again. Yep, we're back after a little hiatus there from last week. Let's take a look at what we got going on over here. As you can see, we've got UP engines back on the layout over here. And Engineer Rick is telling the crew, hey guys, SP gone. We're now working for the UP again. That's right, time for a little switch here. Back to the old Union Pacific here. Now, I've got all my SP engines and everything all lined up on the top over there, and I did take everything off of the layout right here in preparation for ballasting. I'm going to be ballasting all these tracks right through here, so I needed to kind of move everything out of our kind of locomotive storage tracks right over there. Mostly I just had the Santa Fe guys over there. Anyway, let's put the camera down over here. Let's get the guys on the train here. Let's see who's going. New guy, you're stuck over here on the yard thing. And let's see, Engineer Rick, you're getting in there. And for our first run up here with UP, we'll take Benjamin there, and Mr. Torres. Mr. Sanford, you get on the back over here. Alrighty, let's get her fired up here now. We're running, let's see, what is this? GP40 and a GP39-2. Sounded nice. You're a little loud. I think I had him throttled up by accident. Anyway, there we go. Hey, you know, it's the first day with the new UP locomotives. Let's get on our way over here. I hope everybody had a good 2 weeks. I ended up last week, I know, no video last week. That was probably the first week I didn't have a video for quite some time. And it's because I was on a little mini vacation. I'm going to put the camera down because it's still early and my caffeine is making my hand shake. But me and the wife, we took Benjamin down to, or I should say up to Pismo Beach for a little mini vacation for the weekend. They had the SoCal Corgi Vacation. SoCal Corgis, or is it SoCal Corgi Nation or something like that? I can't remember the official name. They do sort of the Corgi get-togethers. Huntington Beach. They do Corgi racing over at Santa Anita Park. And then one of the things they did like a Corgi vacation down in up in Pismo Beach. Oh, let's see, wait a minute, wrong one. We'll get this figured out here. We gotta go over here. We're gonna pick up some cars. Let's see, we're heading in the right direction, yep. Anyway, so we took Benjamin, stayed for the weekend. And then they had a whole bunch of activities. You know, they got like right there on the beach. They had like some Corgi fetch competitions and Corgi costume competitions, Corgi watermelon eating, all sorts of fun, you know. Benjamin did not partake in any of them, but he was front and center right there in the ring and enjoyed watching all of the other Corgis. I'm guessing there was probably, I don't know, maybe like 75 Corgis or something like that, so quite a bit of people. That was fun. Ooh, right there is good. Ooh, these engines run nice. All right, now, after I switch this, and we'll talk about switching back to UP here in a second, I realized I don't have any car cards for any of the UP locomotives. I have them for the SP, but not the UP, so we're going to have to go do that. Anyway, we're taking this line of cars over here, so 2 box cars going into what is it? Southern Wine and Spirits, and then the rest of the stuff over there, tank cars, box car, whatever. They're heading down, or not the box car, but the hopper is heading down to Orange. We'll see if we get that far today. All right, let's get all the lights on here. There we go. Let's get on our way. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, why did I switch back to UP? Well, keeping things, spicy, keeping things fresh. It's one of the things that I've learned after doing this for, 4 or 5 years, or however long I've been running this little layout. Switch things up a little bit. And so that's when I started collecting my SP locomotives up there. Mainly just to kind of keep things a little bit, a little bit fresh. We can kind of run 2 different eras. And we can run the SP, late SP era, or we can run our sort of quote modern day UP era over here. And since it's almost officially fall and almost officially back into your basements and garages, and let's start playing with trains again, I figured it's time for a little switch up. Plus, I've been looking at the UP locomotives sitting up there on the shelf, collecting dust and cobwebs, and I figured it's time to run these guys for a little bit. All right, I'm gonna grab my car cards here. Well, I gotta get the bridge up over here. As soon as we get over it. Now, what was I going to say also? So now this train right here is from the last video that we did in the yard, and we divvied up all the cars here into 3 different trains. I had to switch 2 of the cars. I can't remember. I kind of put them onto the wrong train. I don't recall which one it was. Let me swing all the way back over here, because we are going to be working right back here with these guys. So I'm going to put the camera down right here. Let's see. We'll get it someplace where you can see a whole bunch of stuff. There we go. So taking a look at our industry, I'm going to slow us down and let us just kind of roll into the scene here. We got we got 2 box cars, it looks like, that are going to be getting dropped off at Southern Wine. So I'm just grabbing the existing 2 box cars here, and I'm going to go ahead and flip their cards back to West Colton. Now normally I just do this before we even start running, but it's early. It's early in the morning over here, and I just wanted to start filming because it's still a little bit warm here in Southern California, into the upper 80s it's supposed to be. Now, I just want to clear the turnout way back there, and then we'll take a quick look right here. So we got Southern Wine and Southern Wine, so these 2 guys right here are going to be going into Southern Wine. Oh, right about, well, I guess right there is good. All right, let me plop you over here into the middle of the street. There we go. I gotta find a skewer so we can get disconnected over here. We'll do a quick run around and take care of these 2 guys. Now, again, I could have probably kept on going down to Orange and did our hoppers and stuff like that, but I know I'm going to be coming back with a whole bunch of cars from there, and I just want to get these guys taken care of first, instead of doing these last. All right, we're disconnected. Let's keep on rolling over here. Gonna have a horn over here. Get ready. And again, it's been 2 weeks since I ran anything over here, so hopefully the track is nice and clean, or not too dusty, I should say. It should be all right, because I did do once I put the UP locomotives back from the shelf. I did run them just a quick loop around, just to make sure that they were running good. Mosquito running in here or something. Gotta sync up those horns there. Oh boy. All right, let's see. We're actually gonna stop right here. Right there's good. Right there's good. We gotta get our turnout turned again. All right, and now, yeah, we'll just follow this guy. Boy, 2 weeks without doing a video. I forgot how to do videos. I'm looking forward to working on the layout again. Getting things done. There's so much to do. Let's come back here. I don't know where a good spot is to put you. I guess right there. Well, no, we got to go all the way around. So we'll just we'll follow them around. And I'll try not to shake you too much. Come on. Another thing I got to do is do my throws, my little fascia mounted. Come on. Fascia mounted turnout throws. You know, that's the way I do things. I'm really bad at finishing stuff. If you haven't noticed, I'll start a project, get it to, like, you know, I don't know, 50%, 80% done, and then move on to another project, and then I've got like 500 of those projects, so it takes a while for me to circle back around and actually get back to finishing at least one thing completely. I think I was just watching one of Boomer Diorama's last videos there, where he was kind of talking about his, you know, how he does his he's doing his layout sort of in nice little small sections and just getting them up to almost completely done with, you know, perfect scenery and all that stuff. And I was thinking, boy, I wish I could do that, but my attention span is a little bit too slow or too low. All right, let me find a place for you to put this camera. Right there's good. Because we're going to be pulling back over here. We got a lot of cars we got to pull back. Ooh, right, a little bit more there. Get that good connection. There we go. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, my attention span. It's kind of low. And so that's one of the things that I struggle with a lot, is just focusing in on the one thing and getting it completed. Which, that's just the way I am, so I gotta live with it. I mean, I don't think I'm changing it anytime soon. All right, we'll clear the turnout here, and we can shove back into there. Now you can see that little pink car. That one's sitting over at Athern. He has got to be put back. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm thinking too much here. I was going to bring everybody out and then shove everybody back in. I'm sure there's a way I could have tried to figure it out to grab that pink car and put him in front of these two guys, the blue one and the brown one, which are going into Southern Wine. But, oh well, too late now. We're having too much fun playing with the quote new locomotives. There we go, we got him. I'm going to move the camera here a little bit so you can get a little bit better view here. Let's see. There we go. Put you on top of the mountain. Let me see if this will work. Oh boy. All right, it's going to be a little cockeyed maybe, but you get the gist of it here. Now that track is dirty. I can tell because I can hear the little dust and stuff crunching underneath the wheels. It's amazing how much noise that makes. But then I wipe my finger on it and I don't really get too much, or at least I can't see too much. Right there, got the first one. And we got the second one. Let me give you a little bit bigger view here. I'll hold you because it's kind of nice seeing the locomotives all up here. I'm back all the way up over here. Oop, wrong way, Engineer Rick. Come on. The controls in the UP ain't that different. I think this is probably the the only industry we're going to get this time for today. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of fun to switch things up. You ever do that on your layout? You ever just, you know, have a little bit of fun? Everything on my layout is geared for keeping things interesting, you know? You know, if you look at my layout, it's basically 3 switching layouts, all kind of connected along with a yard. And so I have lots of little industries that you can mix and match to keep the switching and the playtime sort of fun and interesting and new. Because by the time you do some switching over here, you might get all these industries finally done. And then you got to go over to another section of the layout and do something totally different. Or like in this case, we've got a train where we're switching over here in whatever it is, La Mirada or Cerritos. And then the rest of the cars have got to go all the way down to Orange. So it's a nice little mix here. I'm going to put you down, and I think this is the turnout that, yeah, my spring is kind of busted on it. Yeah, this is the one. But like I was saying, I like to keep things spicy, you know? When I started building this layout, I quickly realized that by having a lot of industries, now people will say, hey, listen, you know, too many industries, you know, kind of makes the place, you know, you got too much stuff squished into a small spot, which is true, but I guess it's kind of nice because the location that I'm actually modeling here, that's sort of the way it is. It's little industrial locations, you know, that just have a lot of different warehouses and such. Actually, I just realized I gotta get this pink car. See, here's where I'm getting screwy. Let's see here. We gotta shove back just a little bit more so we can clear that pink car. But yeah, the locations here in Southern California are all nice little compact industries And so it sort of lends itself to having a whole bunch of industries close together. So that's a good thing. So the more sort of spots I have to switch, the more individual little industries, and an industry might be just like Athern there. It's just a flat, and it gets one boxcar. That's it. So it doesn't have to be a big, giant industry, but it helps to keep things mixed up, keep things, you can kind of mix and match your industries that you're going to be doing. And so that's what I've always focused on, especially with the industries in the background, like these that we're doing here. They're just a flat, basically, on the backboard and car spots. So helps to keep things spicy over here. All right, let's notch it up there, Engineer Rick. Let's get this show on the road. And along that same line of thinking, it was my whole purpose of having UP and SP locomotives, where I could kind of switch it around at different times, and run SP for a little bit, and then switch over, run UP, kind of switch things up, keep things fresh. Alright, right there is good. Now these box cars have got to get separated a little bit here. We'll see how this goes, because this track here has got a little bit of a slope. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this brown box car, I'm going to set it into the last spot over here. And I think my camera is already overheating. That's how long we've gone, and it's not even hot in here. Usually the camera that I use tends to start overheating after about 20 minutes or so, depending on the temperature. Excuse my arm there. Alright, I'm going to go pull out here. We got to get our little pink car back into Athern. But since my camera's saying, hey, I'm hot, it's still technically summertime over here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it right here, guys. That's it. We've actually managed to switch out one industry with our new, well, I should say new, our old UP locomotives over here, and we've managed to do one industry, and it took 20 minutes. Go figure. I'm going to go ahead and get my car cards situated here, because we got to get these two, and these two are coming with us. We'll put those back there. We'll get that all put together, and then we got to go over here. We got to finish doing this stuff, but this is all going to happen next week. I'm actually going to leave these guys right here. We're going to pick up in the next video. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Glad to be back here. I can't wait to start doing a little bit more work over here on the layout, and sprucing things up, cleaning things up. The guys are all excited to be running nice graffitied up locomotives again. I know that's a contention right there, but that's the way it is in the current world, and that's what I model. All right, guys, take care. I'm gonna go over here. Everybody wants to see Benjamin. He's waiting on me. He has not had his walk yet, so he's just snoozing on the couch here. Right, Ben? You ready for a walk? We're gonna go for a walk. All right, guys, till next time, take care.